Alright, we are back again with another review and thoughts on, and checking out Oculus 2013. Written and co-written by Mike Flanagan and Jeff Howard. Edited and directed by Mike Flanagan. It is based on a short film, Oculus Chapter 3, The Manifold Plan. Stars Karen Gillan as a young woman who is convinced that an antique mirror is responsible for death and misfortune that her family suffered. My likes, pretty much the concept. I like it's not just a monster movie. Like you can sort of see it through both characters' views, as the brother who was convicted of murder, pretty much because he shot his dad when he was younger, which you find out because Mir was doing stuff with his mind, so that made him do stuff. And you don't really see a monster in it. It's mainly like their mind. It's a psychological revenge film if you look at it like that, because the sister, she wants to kill the mirror for what it did to her family. And that's pretty much it. But it does it in some interesting ways. Though I will say the whole timeline thing with flashbacks versus the present, that I didn't care for the switching back and forth in some spots. I mean, I understand they're trying to flesh out like stuff that happened before that, but like why she's doing this basically. I do like that she gives a history on all the different owners of the mirror. There's no real origin of the mirror, which I kind of liked too. Well, not even kind of liked it. The whole mirror is really evil or cursed. You don't know really. You know that's an evil mirror, but is it cursed? And the characters' sides are interesting because you have the brother who was put in a psych ward or whatever institution and shock therapy, I guess, and they kind of restructured his mind to where it was him he takes responsibility for killing his dad, and the mom went crazy because of an affair that the dad had, supposedly, because you don't really know if he really did or not, because the mirror was because when they move in the new house when they're kids, the parents move into a new house. The dad purchases the mirror, puts it in his office room, and Katie sees a woman in the dad's room with him when he's working. So you don't know, is that really a woman? Was she really there, or was that the mirror playing tricks on him? And then the brother also sees the woman, but you don't know if was the mirror playing tricks on them, because then it knew it. They would mention that to the mom, and then the mom gets paranoid, and then like there's a scene where the mom puts the dog in the dad's office, even though not supposed to go in there, but then she puts him in there, closes the door, and I think like hours go by to where the kids like just sit in the hallway watching the room, wondering when the dog can come out. And then the dad gets home, and then the mom's like, "That dog's been barking all day long," and then I had to put him in your office. So then he's like, "What?" And then, or he's like, "Okay, just let him out," or whatever. And then she tried to open the door before, but because she heard whining, and then so then when he opens it, the dog's just magically gone, and so you get the gist that the mirror did something with the dog, because it never comes back. Of course, I do like the fact that when the older versions of them, when they get to the house, Katie does see like a vision of the dog walking past in the hallway, and that sort of takes her back to the childhood years. But yeah, during this whole thing, they go back and forth with the timeline. Them as kids, and then them as adults. Them as kids, and them as adults. And I didn't really care for the whole switching back and forth of the timeline, really. I would say some of those bits were kind of boring for me. I know what it was trying to do is build like why they were there and what this mirror had done to their family and all, but my dislikes is the ending, because like the brother pretty much, the sister when, because it goes back, it's sort of like the same, I don't know how to explain it. The sister when she's older in the house and they're still dealing with the mirror plays a trick on the sister to where it shows the mom in the mirror and she's trying to hug her, so she goes to the mirror. First of all, it's just like Elm Street 3 with Nancy with her dad. Like, that's a trick, and you're still gonna go to it. And then, cause, at the beginning she does explain she had rigged I forget what they're called, but like a thing where it's a sharp, like, knife thing with a point where as soon as you hit a switch, it launches, it lowers and hits against the wall. It's sort of like the hammer in Elm Street 1 when Nancy puts that heavy, hammer up for Freddy to open the door and it hits him in the stomach and then he falls down the steps. It's sort of like that trap. That booby trap. Kind of like that. Really, it's like that. It's like that, but it's not a hammer. But instead of it piercing through the mirror, it pierces through Katie and it kills her. And that's when the brother is convicted again of murdering his sister now. And then I kind of hate that. I know some movies I can let that go with grim endings or whatever. I mean, granted, he got away, but at the same time, he's going back to the institution and not really a happy life. Because now everybody he loved is gone. He's like the only survivor, unless he decides to kill himself later on or whatever. So that kind of sucks. I do like the fact that it flashes back and forth while he's getting carried out as a kid. He's like, it was the mirror, and then it goes to the adult version of him saying, it was the mirror. So I like the echoing of those two scenes put together. And then he looks in the window and he sees Katie as one of the ghosts now. Because I guess like every victim they become a part of it, sort of, which is kind of creepy. Should have had a better ending, I thought. I think it did a better job with that. Why not have it where, I don't know, either they beat the mirror or okay, granted, maybe they never were gonna beat the mirror, but I would have liked if they both survived and maybe Katie, I don't know, she's hurt in some way to where the brother has to get her out of the house and the house blows, or they light the house on fire. I don't know why she didn't just burn the house down, but here in the auction at the beginning, so she would have went to jail either way for 1, stealing, and 2, breaking and entering in the house, and then the arson, so that's 3 accounts, so never mind. But I don't know what you could do. But yeah, it's not a bad movie, because I do like some scenes where the brother he goes outside, he thinks he goes outside to call the police or whatever, and I think Katie either calls him or snaps him out of it, because he's went to the wall and just sat down and called down, and then he realizes he was like, why am I in here? Why am I in the house? She's like, you never even went outside. You just walked a few inches away, 3 feet away, and just sat down and dialing the phone. And he's like, no, I went outside. I had to have went outside to even did that. So I like some stuff with that. I do, and yeah, some of the deaths of these other owners that she reads off, they are either bizarre or unexplainable and kind of scary. Like I think like one guy, somehow he ended up in traffic. Like he had somehow went out. He had been in the road with busy cars driving past or whatever. And he got hit or whatever, and he died. I forget what she said he was either doing. But yeah, I do like the powers of this mirror. Yeah, overall, the movie, not a bad film, but not really an amazing film either. I think it was only 5 million. It made 44 million back, so it was a little cult following. As it was a Blumhouse movie. I'm surprised this didn't get a sequel. Well, not really a sequel. I don't know how you would do a sequel to this, because it's not going to, unless the brother maybe have another family or somehow tracks it down, and he's like, no, you gotta get rid of this mirror. It killed my entire family. Me and my sister tried this before, and it killed her. But yeah, the Katie character dying from stupidity. I'm sorry. She knows her mom's dead. She knows in the freaking mirror. She ought to know that's a trick. Ought to know. But anyway, those are my thoughts on the movie. Comment down below about if you like the movie or not, or your thoughts on it. Yeah.